everybody. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Today, Jennifer Panza and I are going to be sharing all of the details of how you can grow thick hair again on your head. uh, Work on your skin, have clear skin, and just shine from within. My name is Nina Ceballos. I am a holistic women's fitness coach, and I've been using essential oils for over 8 years already. I have been using them consistently and seeing the results. They have helped me not only on the outside, but internally. I actually started taking essential oils to help me with a chronic tonsillitis issue. And actually, the first time that I stopped being sick was the first time that I started using essential oils. Thanks to my friend Jennifer Panza, who introduced me to a shot of essential oils in a little cup. And that was pretty much the last time that I got sick.
Amazing. It's so nice to be here with you, Nina. And I actually remember, I love that you're bringing up this story because it's so much fun thinking about what everybody remembers, right? And I definitely remember you getting sick and using essential oils. But the other thing that I remember was that your sisters in Peru already knew about essential oils and how awesome doTERRA was. And they wanted you to bring down essential oils for skin that they knew and loved, which we're going to be talking about which ones here in this presentation. But I, at that time, really had only known that you could use them more for like lavender for relaxation. I'm a yoga teacher, so I thought, oh, it's good to just relax and like use lavender. And that's pretty much the only thing you can do. But there's so much more. I had no idea. And then when your sisters were like, oh, yeah, we need this for our skin. And it's like the best thing for beauty and for hair and all the things. And I was like, what are these girls doing and what do they know that I don't know? And that's when I started learning and researching. And it's been really cool to see you too with your hair and skin journey of all the people. Like your transformation has been really cool. So I'm really excited to be here teaching with you and to share what works because there's a lot of confusion out there and things are expensive and there's all sorts of chemicals. And so, learning simple, easy swaps and natural ways that you can have glowing skin and thick hair is totally possible. And look at this braid. It's so thick. I can't believe it. And 100% it's because of everything we're going to talk about today in this webinar. So I'm really excited for you guys to be here. And as you guys are jumping in, we'd love to know where you are tuning in from. So just type in the chat where you are in the world. And if you use an essential oil today, we'd love to know which one you use. Just type it in the chat. That way we can say hello to you and get to know each other. And if you do have your video on, so nice to see your faces. It's more fun for us. So thank you for being here live on. I see Rachel, we've got Gabriella here, Yulia. So nice to see your faces.
All right. Yes, I love that. And yes, I really have an amazing hair story. And I'm also glad that I was able to regrow my hair. And that's something that I have been sharing a lot on social media. In 2022, I lost around 30% of my hair. And I was trying with everything and nothing was working. And then I found a way to grow it, and it was thanks to one of our doTERRA magic products, which we're going to be talking after. And the results have been unbelievable. I was able to recover completely, and it's just like mind blowing what you can get done when you address problems from the root cause. So let's get this started. I'm going to go for our first slide. So what women are facing today? We're facing different problems such as aging skin, thinning hair, pressure to look younger. If we look at social media, now is the new cosmopolitan, right? Maybe some of you, I mean, like I'm on my 40s, but I grew up on cosmopolitan and, to having certain beauty standards that always kind of like drill into our heads that if we didn't look a certain way, we weren't healthy enough, right? Um, Expensive, invasive treatments. Now everybody is just like, not everybody, obviously, if you're in this video, you are looking for the natural solution for this, but a lot of people are like really going for the needle to take care of aging when there are other ways actually. And understanding what ages you faster, it's even a better solution to just put things on top to take care of the matters just momentarily. Remember, like even if you use things as hyaluronic acid fillers or Botox, they only last for so long and you need to keep on reapplying. Other things is obviously what we're suffering right now is the overwhelm of solutions. There are so many things in the market that we don't even know which one works and which one is just a waste of time. So that confusion can make us, just feel paralyzed and don't do anything about it because there is already so much. So you don't have to feel this way. You can get thick hair and glowing skin naturally. What causes wrinkles and premature lines? Okay, so premature lines are mostly caused because we lose collagen. All right, so there are several things that can help you that will speed up the process of wrinkles, but one of the most common is the lack of collagen. As we age, we produce less collagen, and that is the protein that we need in our bodies to allow our skin cells to be more elastic and to just like duplicate and reproduce. So as we age, our bodies lose collagen, so I was saying it, which provides that elasticity and support to the skin, and this can start as early as age 25. Now, another thing that will also make you lose collagen is your nutrition. So if you are, for example, fully vegan and you are not getting enough of the fatty acids that you need, then you will also this can also affect your skin. So you have to be very mindful of that. Another thing that can also really speed up skin issues like that is when you go through very dramatic weight losses. So dramatic weight loss will also make your skin a little bit more prone to wrinkles. Smoking and unprotected sun exposure will worsen the skin texture. 100% smoking is a big no-no. But unfortunately, I don't know you, but I used to be a smoker up to age 25. And then I quit cold turkey. Very happy about that. And it's been some years since that. And that has made a huge difference. And unprotected sun exposure will also worsen, again, the texture of your skin. If I can take back and go back in years, if be listening to my sister, she would tell me to put sunscreen. But also, there is already so much confusion about sunscreen because sunscreen is also become one of the products with most toxins lately. So we also have to be very mindful of that. All right, constant facial expressions will add to the problem. So if you find yourself stressed out and frowning a lot, you will see a more pronounced 11. I got the one line that, I have been really working on. When I used to teach a spin, and I used to have a spinning studio in Miami, I used to scream and frown really hard because I'll be like so intense yelling at people. So being very mindful, because the more stress, that was because I was working out, right? And I was screaming at people. But if you find yourself constantly frowning, this is going to worsen the lines. Pollutants in the air also, like Glade plugins, synthetic candles, and commercial room sprays can cause your body's collagen to break down as pollution enter your pores. So unfortunately as well, we have been raised into using a lot of these different products that are full of synthetic chemicals that mimic estrogen, and that will also have a direct effect on your production of collagen. So number one, remember that everything that touches your skin, you want to prefer that those things are actually edible as well. I know that not everything can be, but if most of your skincare, it's completely safe to even put it in your mouth, then you're good to go. All right, premature skin aging, internal and external factors are equally important. So it's not just what happens outside, it's also what is happening inside your body, okay? Again, when we're going about nutrition, when we want to eat for our skin. We want to keep the enough supplementation for our collagen to be able to reach all of the skin cells. All right. So Jen, is this you, I think? Or is me still? I lost count of our slides. It's me. Okay. So the real problem with it. Okay, so now let's talk about hair loss. This is a big one. In 2022, I lost 30% of my hair, and I am going to be plain honest in this call. I tried with everything, and I even tried to go to the fake stuff. So I even tried with minoxidil. and nothing was working. My hair was falling in chunks. I had the sides of my hair, just like if you would see here. So you see now my head is like this. I will have just holes on the sides, just several holes. And I had to start using headbands and hats for all my videos because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even want to run my fingers through my hair because my hair would just like fall on the ground as soon as I would just touch it. I call our good friend Deb Hellman, and I was like, I don't know what else I'm going to do because this is like very worrisome. And that's when I started looking for nutrition causes. And one of the nutrition in my test, it came out that I was very low on iron, and that I started looking at the things that I could replace. So I will have to buy biotin, collagen, hyaluronic acid. Like I started seeing the list of things that I had to buy in order to take care of this internally, and I was super overwhelmed. So, and this can happen at any time, and there are things that will trigger it. In my case, it was coming out of COVID and long COVID, and this another reason that this is going to happen is that hormonal fluctuations. When your estrogen drops, androgens rise, and one of the androgens will make your follicles, your hair follicles, shrink, and that will not allow for new hair to grow, and not for the hair that is already there to fall off. Um, this is very normal on the crown and the temples. All right, so chronic stress, elevated cortisol. Chronic high cortisol can push hair follicles into a resting phase, which is the telogen effluvium, and it will cause noticeable shedding months after a stressful event. For example, COVID or a move. I had just had COVID and I had just moved to Colorado, whether emotional, physical, or even dietary. So that's why I was telling you also drastic changes in weight can also cause hair loss. Nutrient deficiencies, yes, even with a healthy diet. Hair is a luxury tissue, so if your body is trying to heal, first one thing is going to make a priority to heal. Your body is going to make a priority to heal and to use all your nutrients for healing versus growing new hair. Okay, so that's why solutions cannot only be topical.
All right, so let's talk a little bit more about how we can empower ourselves so that we don't have right, that hair loss and that dull skin. And really, when we're looking at our healthcare, we want to start with wellness care and stay out of these doctors' offices and not have to use these harsh chemicals as often as we can avoid them, right? And oftentimes they don't even work. So let's not even use them in the first place. And all of that starts with our wellness pyramid. So in doTERRA, when we look at whatever problem it is, whether that's like a sickness that you're dealing with, an ongoing issue, hair loss, skin, whatever it is, whatever you're dealing with, we want to first look at that nutrition and digestion to make sure that your body is being supported from the inside. And then we want to make sure that we're moving, we're exercising, we're resting, we're managing our stress, and overall reducing our stress and our toxic environment so that our body can thrive in its natural state, and using things like essential oils, non-toxic products in our home so that we can have that informed self-care to keep us in that preventative state instead of having that proactive medical care. So a lot of this is all about prevention and about rebuilding in a natural way, using that foundation, getting to the root cause of the problem. And this is the stuff that you're not going to learn even from your doctor. I'm very excited that there's a possibility now that maybe the doctors will have to start taking some nutrition classes, which I'm very excited about. But there's a lot that we can heal from the inside with simple, easy, natural, effective solutions. So let's talk a little bit about like what it would be in an ideal world, right? To wake up in the morning, have tons of energy, check into the mirror and look at yourself having that glow, your friends and family telling you that your hair looks amazing, that your skin looks amazing, that you're sleeping at night, you're able to exercise because you have tons of energy, and you don't even need to put on concealer or makeup because you're feeling like your skin is so good and you have that magnetic energy from within. And that is possible. And we've seen so many of our girlfriends and guy friends glow up in this process. It's really cool and it's really simple. So let's talk about hydration. So the most important thing aside from nutrition, is really fueling up our cells, right? And so what we're going to do is drink lots of water. So type a 1 in the chat if you are drinking water right now. I know most of us have our big glass or a big jug right next to us. Yeah, I see Rachel's got hers. Amazing. So good. And hydration is really important. There, Gabriella's showing us hers. All right. Kim already has 33 ounces in her. Fantastic. And I love it because hydration really is the most important thing for glowing skin. First thing in the morning, you are incredibly dehydrated. And so you need to drink at least of 2 to 3 glasses, 8 ounces of water in the morning, just to even replenish your cells from that dehydration overnight. And so most people drink coffee first thing in the morning, right? Fun fact is that if you drink just 1 cup of coffee in the morning on an empty stomach without drinking any water, you're going to have to drink 8 cups of water just to counteract that 1 cup of coffee. And remember, you're already dehydrated from overnight sleeping. So that means with coffee and water, you're already at 33 ounces of water just to get back to that point that you started at of hydration. What? It's just so crazy. And so, pro tip, right? You can start out your morning with a little bit of lemon water. We love it, lemon essential oil. You can also use grapefruit, wild orange, any citrus. First thing in the morning, instead of having your coffee, challenge yourself. We challenge you to start with a glass of water, put that essential oil in it, and allow that detoxification process to happen. Allow your cells to become hydrated. And it is amazing what can happen when your cells are hydrated, right? Cells are like when we drink water, it's like giving your cell a shower, right? And them shiny and fresh and clean and flushing out all of the toxins is what gives us that glowing skin. So if there's one takeaway from this call, if you do nothing else but just drink water, that is the best thing that you can do for your skin. So that's our little soapbox. And our challenge for you is to drink 100 ounces of water throughout the day. Back to you.
Yes, so
Nutrition.
important. I actually thankful for that. You said that the lemon oil in water, it's perfect for everybody that says like, oh, I don't want to drink water. It's so boring.
Yeah.
Putting one drop of, you know, a citrus essential oil is just like, it makes the water a complete different game. It makes it fun. And, you know, it's just so much easier to keep it consistent. So the same thing is now we're talking about nutrition. So again, we're going to the base of our wellness pyramid. Nutrition is super important because it's going to be a big determination on how your skin is going to age and how it's going to maintain itself. So you want to eat for glowing skin. And you see here, just eat the rainbow. Please eat the rainbow, as many colors as possible. Actually, the more colors your food has, then the more antioxidants it has. So the better is for aging. And also remember that women, we don't eat the same as men. There are a lot of things going on out there when it comes to nutrition, but I want to remind you that most of the studies that are done about nutrition, they only have men as the subjects in the study. All right. So the study on food for women, the best thing that you can do is listen to other women that are already doing it and that are living the life of that. Okay. So being able to have a diet that has fiber, that has carbohydrates, that has fats and healthy proteins, it's super important. If you are going to go fully vegan, make sure that you have the right combination of amino acids, because your body is always needing amino acids in order for your cells to reproduce, to replicate. And if you are an omnivore, then just make sure that whenever you are eating, try to always stay with the things that are in season. So the more in season that you eat, the easier it's going to be for your body to obtain all of the nutrients from all of those foods, because the way you have them brought to you is going to be more naturally, versus if you eat things that are out of season that had to be brought to a ripe state by using chemicals. All right. So let's eat the rainbow. That's super important. And also, when you eat the rainbow, you really help your microbiome. So you help your healthy bacteria on your tummy, but remember that we also have healthy bacteria on the skin. And actually, that bacteria that we have on the skin, those little bugs, are always eating extra fat. They're always cleansing and protecting you from other harmful bacteria. So you want to keep your skin bacteria healthy. All right, so the next thing is obviously if you are already eating healthy, but you need that extra support, right? And this is also, even if you're not, you know that you are lacking stuff, because unfortunately, the foods that we have now compared to 50 years ago, they don't have the same amount of nutrients because of overproduction. Are more people in the world, companies are producing more food, and therefore the soils that the food is being grown at, they don't have the same amount of nutrients and minerals that they need to have in order for them to have all of the, to feed all the vitamin charts that those vegetables and meats should have. That's why supplementation is so important. All right. And again, supplementation, and I want to remind you, this supplementation doesn't mean that because you're going to drink this, you're not going to have to eat healthy foods. You have to make a blend of both, but you have to have a supplement that is going to be absorbable by your body. And most supplements are not. Most supplements, you're going to take them and then you're going to pee them, and then it's just going to be a waste of time. That's why we recommend everybody to start with this 2-minute foundation wellness, simple solution. In the morning, with your, whether it's with a meal or without it, you want to have your VMG in a glass of water. The VMG is vitamins, minerals, and greens all together. The 80% absorption, they have a liposomal delivery, meaning that they're blended with essential oils. And because they're a little bit fatty, they can go through the blood-brain barrier and they can actually work in your body from a cellular level. So that is super important, because then your body actually takes every single part of these vitamins and uses it instead of getting rid through it through the urine. This supports not only your skin, your healthy bacteria, it supports your energy, your immunity, your mood, and your gut health. And it tastes delicious. So super easy. I love to take it in a cold glass of water, and I like to take it with my breakfast, and it actually satisfies kind of my sweet tooth. Then you want to take omegas. Omegas are super important for blood circulation and for cognition. So omegas, obviously, if you want to have good nutrients being delivered to all of your cells, you need to have good circulation. And we don't have enough omegas in our foods. A lot of people don't eat 3 servings of fish every day, and maybe the fish that you're getting is already canned or is already over processed. So you want to get a good high quality of omega in your daily routine. We take 3 of these ones. This promotes your cardiovascular and cognitive function, as I was saying. And the best thing about these omegas is they're blended with orange oil, so you don't have to taste any of the fish, kind of like aftertaste that most omegas supplements have. And then the last thing you're going to have is take the PB Restore. You take 1 capsule, and this is a double encapsulation probiotic, which allows the probiotics to do their job because they can travel all the way into your small intestine where they are needed the most. Most probiotics will die in your stomach with your stomach acids, but this probiotic has a double encapsulation, and it also has prebiotics and postbiotics, which makes the probiotics last longer in your digestive tract. Jen.
So I want to just comment on the omegas because I was never taking those before, because I always have taken a multivitamin. Obviously, the VMG is like next level. My blood work has come back and I'm actually reverse aging with this VMG. It's really crazy because there's so many antioxidants, which are really important for our cells. But the omegas were the biggest difference that I noticed in my skin. So for anyone who's looking to get glowing skin, you start taking the omegas and it's just like you start getting this glow. It's crazy. I can't explain it, but just try it and let us know what happens, because I started taking them and people started commenting like, why are you're like glowing, like your hair, like what's happening? And I'm like, oh, I started taking omegas. That's the deal. But one of the most important things for our skin is is being able to excrete toxins, right? So our body has a natural filtration system, and we are eliminating toxins all the time through our bowel movements. Our kidney and liver are filtering, and we're exhaling, right? We're exhaling toxins through the lungs. And our last detoxifying organ is our skin. And so anything that we put in our bodies, on our bodies, has to go through that excretory detoxifying process through our body. And so one of the best ways to help your body to reduce those toxins and to get glowing skin is to sweat every single day. And that helps push those toxins out of your skin. And when you do that, you get glowing skin. So exercising every single day. Obviously, Nina and I are both fitness instructors, so we are huge fans of working out, but getting your sweat on or getting into the sauna a few times a week can be huge for getting that glowing skin. Pro tip, make sure that after you sweat that you wash your face right away so that there isn't any bacteria growing on your skin. I used to get really bad acne, and one of the reasons was because after I would sweat, all of those toxins, all of that bacteria would come out of my skin, and then I would just go around, do my errands, like go to the grocery store or whatever, and that was actually sitting on my face. So pro tip is make sure you wash your face and hydrate really well. You can even go do this before and after if you have acne prone skin, before you after you sweat, because that is going to help reduce that buildup of bacteria and those toxins on your face. So pro tip. You're muted.
All right, so now let's talk about something that we've been like really wanted to explain. This is how I grew my hair. So now let's talk about collagen, right? What about the collagen? There's so many people talking about collagen. Some people will say like it's a waste of time. I actually have heard dermatologists that have said that it's a waste of time, which is so appalling. And then I hear like the other side that like one of the most amazing studies I've read by Dr. David Barry, UC Davis, where he says, no, collagen is so important. You actually need it. And he's like doing all of this research. So when I listened to his research, I was like, yes, finally somebody that makes sense. All right, so how about collagen? The truth about collagen, there are so many collagens in the market, unfortunately. We do need collagen. It is very important. Collagen is important not only for joint health, but it's also important for your cognition, for your body's function in general, and definitely for your skin elasticity, like we said before, because after 25, we just start losing collagen. So we gotta take it, but we need a collagen that our body actually absorbs versus a collagen that we're just gonna put in a glass of water on a coffee and then just gonna, pass through our bodies through urine. So there is so many collagens in the market, and I want you to take a look at this chart and take a screenshot of it if you need to, because we found this comparison chart of how our collagen, which is the Meta Power Advantage, compares to the most popular collagens in the market. Now, for example, this brand Moder, it was one of the authorities in collagen up to this year, up to when we showed up with our marine source collagen. And the reason why the Meta Power is so potent is because it has 9 types of collagen versus the 1 or 2 types of collagens that most other brands will have. It's very important as well to know that all of the other ingredients in the Meta Power are also going to work synergistically with the main ingredient, which is collagen. All right, so this is what you have. So this is why it's so important to make sure that whenever we're going to invest in our health, we invest wisely instead of just going for the cheapest thing that we can find, buying on Amazon, not knowing if it's going to work or not, and just keep wasting dollars in things that are never going to do anything for us. And that's what happened to me when I found about collagen, and I started taking a marine collagen from a random brand that I found on the internet, and it wasn't doing anything for me. So in 2022, this product was released in the convention in September, and I started taking it in October 2022. And by December 2023, I had already recovered all of my hair. And last year, I was able to donate my hair again, which I used to do every year. I used to cut my hair short and donate my hair to wigs for kids, but I had to stop doing it because I started losing my hair. So I'm so happy that after I started taking the Meta Power Advantage, I grew my hair so much that I was able to go back to my mission of donating my hair to those who cannot grow their own. So going a little bit deeper into the properties of the marine collagen from doTERRA, which is the Meta Power Advantage. This is uniquely sustained with fish from the Nordic Sea. All right, so super important. This type of collagen, the sourcing is very important. It is very, very clean. This type of fish eat a very specific high nutrient diet. So when you get the collagen from this type of fish, you get way more properties than if you get it, let's say, from farm-raised salmon. Okay. This also has something that is very important, and it has NMN, which is the precursor of NAD+. Now, maybe you have been hearing about NAD+ and the properties on anti-aging. Usually, in order to get NAD+, you would have to get injectables that you have to put under your belly button every day. So unless you want to be injecting yourself every day in your belly button with a needle, I don't think that's attractive to any, and it's also super expensive, by the way. You could just use a product that makes your body produce its own NAD+. So it is a no-brainer for that. And then a couple of other really like amazing ingredients in this is that it has actually hyaluronic acid, so which is amazing for skin. Hello, people inject themselves hyaluronic acid, use products with hyaluronic acid. How about if you actually ingest it so you can bring it through your bloodstream into your blood, into your skin cells? It has liposomal vitamin C, super important. We all know vitamin C is amazing for the skin. And it also had resveratrol. Resveratrol is also amazing to slow down the oxidation of skin cells. So a little bit deeper again with the marine collagen and the collagen types within it. So you have 8 types of collagen, and several of them obviously are great for the skin, but they're also great for joint and ligament health. I have shared as well in my Instagram many times that I've been taking it 20 minutes before my workouts, and it has completely helped me heal my left shoulder after a slap tooth tear. So you can also use it to help joints heal and feel better and to help ligaments heal. So it is multi-purpose, but definitely this is going to be part of what you want to add if you want to take care of your hair and your skin. Jen?
But don't just take our word for it. Look at these results, guys. I mean, I would love to hear from some of you too. We have Kim who said in the chat, this collagen advantage, in addition to foundational wellness, has totally changed her hair, nails, thickness, health, shine, night and day. And it is true. And the reason is that the loss of collagen that we're talking about, and all of those bioactive antioxidants that we have in the in this product are reverse aging everyone. Gabriella says her gray hair started to go away and her black roots started to come back. I know, we actually need to add that picture to this slide deck, Gabriella, because it's so crazy how it is. Maybe can you show us? You want to just hop on the camera and show us your gray spot? Unmute yourself, because otherwise you won't be recorded on the video. Show us your
Here, I don't know
hair.
how the light is gonna help, but there you go.
It's amazing. Yeah, you can see it black there. So cool. And it actually is clinically proven to help reduce those fine lines and wrinkles. And so you can see Carrie's picture here on the left versus the right. This is just a few months on the MetaPower system. You can see those wrinkles disappearing. Also here on the left, you see the neck wrinkles on this lady. And this woman here in the middle had did the entire MetaPower system, which is for also weight loss. But you can see the difference in her face, the inflammation. She is absolutely glowing. And this is 30 days of a woman who started to take this, and you can see the bags underneath her eyes. If you notice the sagging skin right in the middle of her neck, absolutely started to shift in just 30 days. It is incredible. So don't just take our word for it, right? We want you guys take a picture, do your own before and after. I wish I have. I need to still do one now. I think we're all that are using it are getting those kind of results, and share it with us because we love to see what it's doing for you. Now let's dive in and talk a little bit more about essential oils for glowing skin and thick hair, and specific recipes that you can use to augment your practices. So when we look at our hair and beauty product, of course, when it comes to our ideas of informed self-care, the most important thing is keeping those things that are going to age us faster, that are going to disrupt our hormones, and that are going to harm our body, keeping them out of our house, right? Because remember, the more toxins that we put into our body, the more our body has to work harder to excrete those. And that energy could be going to making new glowing cells and growing hair. So we want to eliminate all of those toxins just for vanity purposes, to have those hair, all hands on deck for growing the hair and for the glowing skin. And of course, because when our hormones are messed up, our whole body then has a cascade of problems. So these are 11 common toxins to avoid in your household things. The common statistic is that a typical woman before she leaves the house in the morning has been exposed to already 120 different chemicals before even leaving the house for the day. And that is a lot for our bodies. And these are some of the heavy hitters. So go ahead and take a screenshot of this. Look up the back of your products that you have on the EWG. Look them up on the Yuka app, which is not my favorite. I heard there's one now too, this Bobby approved. I don't know. Tell me in the comments which ones you guys like to use. But you want to definitely look on the back of your, Rachel says olive. Okay, cool. On the back of your products to make sure it doesn't have any of these big offenders. What's great is that using doTERRA and using products with doTERRA, which is now our household brand name, we just know that we can trust doTERRA and they're not going to have any of those things. Number one is because synthetic fragrance is in everything, guys. Synthetic fragrance is number one most notorious offender on my list, and something that I very much so avoid. And there are some really great essential oils that you can add into your skin and beauty routine that don't have any of that garbage, that comes straight from nature. So yarrow palm, this one is my favorite. Some of you guys have probably seen a viral video that I did a long time ago about yarrow palm. And this is a blue flower and it grows in just like Europe, I think mainly is where it grows the best. We do have some here in the States, but everything's better in Europe, right? So it does have it has this incredible property called shamazoline, which helps us to reduce those dark spots. It's also very similar to a blue tansy. So if you guys have that one is really good too. And you can put it on your skin to help with those antioxidant properties. So we know that aging cells have oxidative stress. And so in order to counteract that, we want to use antioxidants. So basically eating blueberries, eating acai, all of these yummy blue fruits, it's a similar idea, right? And so putting the yarrow pomegranate is the carrier oil here, which is also good for repairing the skin barrier. Adding this onto your skin at night, adding 1 to 2 drops after you put on your moisturizer, or applying it under your eyes in the morning if you get puffy eyes, is great. They actually even have eye patches with yarrow palm that you can get as well. If you are someone who is prone to breakouts like I was, HD Clear is a line specifically designed for acne or blemish prone skin, or tea tree oil used directly on your blemishes is great. So you can apply this 1 drop to your moisturizer and put it all over your face, or you can even spot treat directly on the acne. Make sure that you hydrate really well first. I love like the rose mist or a hyaluronic acid before that, because sometimes at least my acne is caused by over producing oil. So if it gets too dry, then your skin wants to produce more oil. So making sure that you hydrate first with that rose mist or hyaluronic acid is great. And then putting that spot treatment on after. Lastly, Claricom. A lot of skin problems are caused due to hormone imbalances, and including even those dark spots, especially after you have had a pregnancy. You know, things can happen in our face. Our body changes over time, and a lot of that can be due to hormones. So one of our favorite essential oils for that is the Claricom. You're going to rub this around your ankles or on your abdomen daily to help support proper hormone flow throughout your month so that you get less blemishes during your period, or those dark spots start to fade with proper balanced hormones. Next slide. Oh, and also these essential oils are not just for the skin and for the body. We're also using those emotional healing properties, right? So each of these essential oils actually has an emotional and therapeutic effect as well. And of course, I'm a yoga teacher, so I'm all into the emotions and the chakras and all of that kind of stuff. But it's really cool to know that the plant is healing you on multiple levels, not just for the vanity purposes. So frankincense is the king of all oils. This is actually, in the emotional setting, the essential oil of the Divine Father, which is beautiful. And it's basically, I like to think of it as getting a big hug from a tree, right? So this is a resin. It comes in like kind of a little rock form, and they steam distill this or cold press extract it in order to get the essential oil of it. And this essential oil is fantastic for skin. If you have sunspots, if you have damaged skin, if you have you feel like you need to go to the doctor because something may be changing colors, or it's getting darker, or you're like a little worried it might be something more serious. Frankincense is my go-to and recommendation, and I've seen so many results. My mom actually had a huge brown spot on her nose, and she was using this frankincense stick, and it is like 90% gone now. It's really, really cool. So you can apply a drop of frankincense into your moisturizer, putting it on your face. They also have a touch version, which is with fractionated coconut oil, which makes it really easy to conveniently rub. As long as your skin isn't sensitive to coconut oil. I prefer jojoba as a base for my skin, but a lot of people love frankincense with a coconut. So you can try it out. It's much more convenient to just rub it that way, or especially for moles or different things you have on your body. The touch is amazing. Now, the frankincense stick, this just came out and it happens to be on sale this month, is combined with nio wood. And this is a tree that grows in Hawaii. Who doesn't love Hawaii? It smells incredible. It's kind of similar to a sandalwood, but they are finding that it is incredible for skin. So I love this frankincense stick because you can just rub it on. This one, I don't feel like really anyone has a sensitivity to, whereas the coconut oil can be, depending on your skin type, a little more challenging. But the frankincense stick, you can just rub it all over and use it to repair fine lines, blemishes, or any of the things that are bothering you in your skin. So we love frankincense. If there's one go-to oil for all things skin, it's definitely frankincense. And we'd love to hear how you guys have used it. You can also combine it with your yarrow palm. You can combine it with helichrysum. You can combine it with lavender, whatever your favorite essentials oils are, or tea tree. You can make a little mix and then just add it to your moisturizer and put it on your face. But remember, a little bit goes a long way. So one drop of the oil or swiping the stick is plenty enough, because the stick is already diluted, which makes it easy. Okay, but don't just take our word for it, right? Frankincense. This gal got back from a cruise, Janet, and she had dark spots were very pronounced, and she started using doTERRA's brightening gel layered with frankincense stick, and in a week she could see the difference. And not only that, so many people are using it for different things. This person thought it was a sleep stick, so she's been using it before bed and it's helping her sleep. This one person is using it for pain. She's applying it to her wrists, to her ankles. The one girl's doing it for scars. There's so many different ways that you can use this: pain, inflammation, even for a thyroid, people are using this. And that is because frankincense helps for healthy cellular function. So you can use it in many different ways. We have a saying in the essential oil world: when in doubt, frank it out. And you can actually use non-toxic skincare. So doTERRA has a very great couple of lines that are clean, the Virage line or the Essential Skincare line, that you can use for your skincare needs. So I like to add in my essential oils right here to this mix. It is fantastic, as well as sunscreen, right? Nina was talking a little bit about the dangers of sunscreen, of avobenzone and oxybenzone, and there are so many horrible chemicals in sunscreen, and you can swap out those toxic chemicals for a better option, which is a non-nano zinc from doTERRA, and it happens to be on sale 25% off this month. So each month, as you're ordering in your monthly wellness box, you can just start swapping out some of these things. Once you run out of a moisturizer, try the doTERRA one and start swapping things out. You can save money purchasing them bundled together. So that is definitely what I do, and I recommend with everyone because it is the way to save. All right, getting into the good stuff. So our hair growth serum, drum roll, please. Add 15 to 20 drops of lavender, rosemary, and cedarwood. Feel free to take a screenshot of this into a little roller, or a better than a roller is actually a bottle like Nina wrote here. You can just get these on Amazon. It's a little empty 30 ml bottle, and you can add all of these essential oils with castor oil, fractionated coconut oil mixed, or another oil carrier oil of your choice. Mix them together. Castor oil, though, definitely helps, particularly for hair growth. Even castor oil by itself is incredibly effective. And so when you add all of these together, it's like this amazing combo. Add it in there, and then what you're going to do is just take the dropper and put it in, and then massage it into your scalp. You can see one of these little rubber massagers. You're going to stimulate the hair follicle growth with that, and you're going to do it a few times per week. So let it sit for at least 30 minutes to overnight before the days that you wash your hair. And ideally, you're not washing your hair every single day because that's going to strip those natural oils, but you want those oils to be there because that's what's helping that hair to grow. And then massage it into the scalp. And of course, then instead of using, and not a lot of the dry shampoos have recently been recalled, and instead of using some of those toxic ones, you can actually just make your own dry shampoo. So using rosemary, peppermint, lavender, and tea tree, you can add 10 to 15 drops to arrowroot powder, or you can even use organic cornstarch, and you just add them in. If you have dark hair like me, you can add 1 to 2 tablespoons of cacao powder, and then mix it all together, which is nice because it smells a little bit like your Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory mixed with like lavender, rosemary. It's like whenever I put it on, people are like, wow, you smell so good. I'm like, it's my dry shampoo. I don't know. It smells so good. It's going to help support that hair growth. And then you just shake it up, and then you have an endless supply of dry shampoo that is so easy to use. You just take a little brush, dab it in, and then place it along your hairline where you get oily. So for me, as a fitness instructor and as Italian heritage, I get oily. I have oily skin. It's just natural. And so between those wash days, using this along my hairline has really helped me to prolong those wash days and help me to grow this long, crazy hair. I can't believe how long my hair has gotten, and it is 100% because of the collagen and these very simple hair practices and swaps. And just a reminder that the reason why we use doTERRA and why it actually works, if for some of you that have purchased other hair things or other serums and it didn't work, is because those oils are not real. And most of the time on the market, there are adulterated oils. And so why we love doTERRA and why the products work, whether it's the VMG, the collagen, or our essential oils, it's because they are pure. And essential oils are incredible, and they have so many health benefits when we take the plant from the natural environment. And of course, these are tested and pure for you. They have incredible potency, and we know that because we can even take them internally as well.
All right, that was amazing. Thank you, Jen. I love that dry shampoo idea. I actually just bought a bag of arrowroot, so you can do that. I had another powder, but you know, I'd rather do it myself. And yes, as fitness instructors have to do it because we're always sweating. All right, so let's make it easy. Here is your wellness game plan, because that is the most important thing. Is like, now you learn all these things. Okay, now what do I need to do, right? So taking action is the last part of our pyramid, right? We can learn all the things, but if we don't put them in practice, then nothing is going to change. So super simple, right? Let's start with this. The daily foundation. Every day, you're going to take your 2-minute daily foundation, which is your VMG, your 3 capsules of E Omega, and 1 capsule of PB Restore. Once a day, you're done with that. Then for skin and hair health, you're going to supplement with the MetaPower Advantage. You have 2 options of flavors. You can either do the pomegranate cherry or the lemon orange. Reminder that when you taste them, they're going to be sweet, but they don't have any sugar, all right? There is no sugars added on these. You want to take that. I usually take it 20 minutes before a workout because I also want joint health, or you can take it preferably an hour away from a meal, nighttime or daytime. I also like to give these a little as a little tip. See how you feel 1 week taking it in the daytime and another week taking it at nighttime, because everybody has a different kind of like boost with them. Some people feel that they can actually sleep better after taking it, and some people feel that they actually have a boost of energy. So test it and see what works best for your own circadian rhythm. And then lastly, you're going to use the frankincense and the frankincense stick. Those are the very basics. I love to use frankincense oil. I add it to my moisturizer so I can get the double benefit. And you can also use the frankincense stick, which is very useful to carry it in your purse and use it anytime. All right, so now the perks, right? This is so awesome because with doTERRA, we always have perks. You always have free stuff. We always have promotions, and this month's promotion. So if you're watching this on YouTube, today is we are June 11th, 2025. All right, so the promotions for June are the following. The product of the month is actually frankincense, so you can get it for free. You will get a 5 milliliter frankincense when you place your order of 125 PB by May 15th. That is when you order on loyalty orders. Reward orders are our little club where you always get points back for any order that you get of over 100 points of value. So remember, if you are ordering monthly on doTERRA, make sure that you have a rewards program template set up. And if you don't know what it is, then just get with the person that introduced you to doTERRA so that person can explain you how to process it. The next thing is that you can also get another free thing when you order the foundational wellness bundle for the first time. You will get your shaker bottle, glass shaker bottle. Remember, we always want to stay with glass or stainless steel. And you will get also a free peppermint 5 milliliter essential oil. Well, this month, we also have 10% off of the frankincense stick. And if you are a new customer, maybe you don't have a doTERRA account yet, or maybe you are about to start with one or start a friend with one, remember that when you place an order of 150 points of value, you will get the choice of a free diffuser or a non-fluoride toothpaste combo or a natural hand wash with a beautiful glass dispenser. So that's going to be another gift. And lastly, every time that you place an order of over 100 points of value, you will get free shipping. All right, free shipping. Yes, we have other options of expedited shipping, but the basic shipping is pretty good. It usually gets to your door within 5 business days, and it's completely free. Who doesn't like free shipping, right? All right, are you ready to glow up? Hello, yes, please, 111 if you're ready to glow up in the chat. Please let me know if you are ready to feel amazing, to have that beautiful skin and grow your hair again thick. Get in touch with the wellness advocate who invited you to watch this video. They are going to help you customize your wellness kit according to your needs, access the current promos, and answer your questions about uses and results. Okay, so now we are going to take the questions. I'm going to stop sharing these. You're going to be watching this recorded, and we're going to take all of the questions in our live call. Remember that if you want to have questions answered right away, you can always join us in these calls live. And if you have questions and you want to get the answers later, you can always place them in the comments here on YouTube or